camp, the media that would need to know? Thank you.
Good morning or good afternoon, members of the media. Closer. Our preparations have gone well. Travels back from Algeria. Of course, we've analyzed the team, Sfaxien, in details, and a very young, mobile, dynamic squad, and with a very good coach. Everybody looks at them, they lost their first 2 group games, but if you analyze the matches, both matches, you could say they could have won. So they're a very good side, and they're probably very similar to us in relation to a lot of new signings, a new coach, and they're still building their squad. But the profile of their squad, like I said, young, dynamic, you expect a really high intensity match despite the heat. And we're well prepared for what we're about to face. Of course, it's a match in the group where we are at home and we are expected to win, and we'll do everything in our power to be able to prepare and plan and exploit the details of our plan in the match to be able to get the 3 points.
And Augustine, what do you have to say about the match tomorrow?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone seated here. Yeah, we've really prepared concerning our game tomorrow. We've been focused and we've been trying to put all things together and to play our style of game and make sure we get the 3 points at the end of the day. We just want to assure the Simba fans that tomorrow we're gonna get a positive point, and let's make everywhere and everybody to be happy. Yeah.
Okay, can we hear from the media?
They are a very good side. You know, they're a big team in Tunisia. Like I said, it's going to be a very tough game. They've got good players up front. They've got Dawi, they've got Hebaj, they've got the likes of Apsi coming from deep, Sakau, the number 8 coming in, Hebasi on the left-hand side, 2 left-footers that are really dangerous. And we are at home and we have to fight for the ascendancy of the match. We have to try to impose our style on the match. It's very important to understand the dynamics of the group as well, and they are a team that needs a win. They are a team that needs 3 points. So normally teams that come here to Benjamin Mkapa, they have a more conservative approach, but we have to be prepared for a high press. We have to be prepared for a team that's coming for the 3 points. So also a young dynamic team. I'm not talking about young as in 18, 19. I'm talking about young as in 22, 23-year-olds that have some experience, that are good talents in their own right. A very good question in relation to the second half performance, and it was probably 3 minutes where we conceded the 2 goals. And we've, of course, as coaches, if you look at the FC Bravos match, a flawless first half, 0 shots against, coming into our box. We could have played with the centre back in the goals in the first half against Bravos, and within the first 3-4 minutes of the second half, we conceded a penalty. And, we look not only into these 2 matches, but also into our matches in the league. Where we've had similar patterns, and what could be the reason for that. Of course, as technicians, you go into all details to be able to find the reason and try to put mechanisms in place so that you can start the second half as you played the first half. And of course, that is the goal. That is what we want the players to execute, not only for 45 minutes, but for 90 minutes. And we've put all mechanisms in place to be able to have a balanced approach for 90 minutes. We know that we also need the 3 points, but we have to be very smart in relation to how we approach the game. It is a game, and it's a match at home that Simba always wants to win. But a match like this, dominating on the one hand, but knowing that they will leave the quick wingers perhaps in rest attack to catch you on the counter attack, so you have to be aware of that. And it's not only wingers that will be cheating, or not only wingers that will be staying probably behind our fullbacks and allowing our fullbacks to attack. And these are the moments where we have to put our mechanisms of rest defense in place, but also try to finish every action off with a shot at goal. So it's very important how we approach this match, very aware of all their possibilities and how they are going to set up. But if we apply ourselves like we've been speaking about now for the consistently over 90 minutes, I don't think we'll have a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you can talk about creating chances, or you can talk about XG or expected threat, and how you approach different matches away from home or at home. I think we had a very good performance overall away from home, probably better than our Al Ahly Tripoli match in Libya away from home with the 0-0. Was more balanced performance from our side if you compare the other match, Al Ahly Tripoli. Maybe they should have gotten a penalty in Libya. We drew that match. We got a point away from home. This match, I think we, if not, should have won it because we had the lead at halftime, minimum to get a point out of the game. So it's a match that we have to manage a bit better. And these CAF away matches, if you switch off for a few seconds, you concede a goal. If you play with 10 men while your player is injured, and you keep playing with 10 men, you can concede a goal. And that's what happened in 3 minutes that we conceded the two goals. If you talk about an individual player, Jean-Charles Ahoua, not only him, but each and every player, we go into details in relation to their performances. Ahoua had a very good defensive performance against away from home against Constantine. Not so good in his attacking performance. A lot of balls too easily losing the ball. And of course, it was in relation to when you go through the game and you go through his corrections and you sit with him individually in the video to try to show him which areas he can improve. Sometimes it's positioning, sometimes it's body positioning in relation to receiving the ball. A lot of the times with the wet pitch, he allowed the ball to run and the opponent was pressing aggressively. These are small details that you have to correct. Yes, it was an unfamiliar role that we put him in. You have to take that into consideration as well. And he sacrificed himself for the team. And that is all you can ask for of a player when he's asked to do a certain job. Tactically, he does the job. Yes, the performances and mistakes can happen, and that's part of it. And that is our job as coaches, to be able to try to improve a player, to be able to have the same consistent attacking performance away from home and at home. First of all, compliment the medical team, the rehab team, for, with our return to play protocols, going into details in relation to not only getting our players back from injury, but making sure that we can remain injury free. Finally, we have our full squad available. Kagoma has started the process of integration last week, and this week he's finally had a full week of training. And so is Joshua Motali as well. We have to be careful with those players in relation to suddenly just throwing them in. We've got recommendations from our conditioning team as to how many minutes they can play. In relation to your other question, lineup and rotation, I don't think I'm going to divulge too much to give the opponent any idea about what they're going to face. It's normal that you try to keep the spine of the team together, and that is what we've been trying to do, not only with Shem alone, Hamza if he was fit, Shamu, Hamza, Shem alone, the 3 of them have been being a part of that spine. Of course, Fabrice not in the first step, but Fabrice lately has been our key figure in relation to controlling the team in the midfield. And yes, we spoke about Kagoma being out. We spoke about Joshua Motale being out, and sometimes as a coach you are forced to make these, but you have to believe in all players. When these injuries occur, when players are not available, you have to trust the other ones that come in. And we will see what lineup comes tomorrow. It's just in relation to putting the best team on the pitch, like I always said. It's not always the best players on the pitch, it's the best team on the pitch. And what team can go out there and sometimes that team is not the starting lineup, but the players to come on and get you the 3 points. So it's all part of a bigger scheme. And the lineup will be good, I can assure you. Will be our strongest lineup. And we will go out there to get the 3 points.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach and Augustine, the members of the